You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Guilty Crown. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we're going to be reviewing Guilty Crown for the first time. Guilty Crown is a 2011 Japanese anime television series produced by Production I.G, which aired on Fuji TV's Noitamina program block from October 13th, 2011. The story revolves around Shu Ooma, a high school boy who inadvertently obtains an ability called Power of the King that enables him to draw out his items called voids from other people. He is then thrown into the conflict between a quasi-governmental organization known as the GQH and a resistance organization called Funeral Parlor, which aims to restore Japan's independence from the GHQ. In the process, Shu has to deal with the burden his ability puts on his shoulders and the horrific mystery of his past. So, this run from October 13th, 2011 until March 22nd, 2012, only 22 episodes of this particular anime. So let's review. High school student Sho Uoma encounters a wounded girl named Inori Yuzihira, the vocalist of the popular internet group Egoist. Taking refuge at his film club's workshop, the GHQ antibodies storm the workshop and arrest her for the involvement of the funeral parlor. Shu follows the coordinates of Inori's robot to a drop zone where he meets funeral parlor's leader Gai Tsugami, who asks him to safeguard a vial as GQHQ begins attacking the Roppongi area looking for the vial. It shatters as Shu goes to rescue Inori when she becomes threatened by GHQ Enclave mechs. The vial contains the Void Genome, a powerful genic weapon derived from the Apocalypse virus that grants Shu the power of the King. An ability that allows his right hand to extract voids weapons of people's psychic. Given physical form, Shu then extracts Inori's void and destroys the attacking Enclaves. Eventually, Shu falls in love with Inori and reluctantly joins Funeral Parlor. During one operation, Inori is taken by a boy named Yu, who possesses the second Void Genome. Shu's repressed memories return to him, revealing his sister, Mana, had been the first to be infected with the Apocalypse virus years earlier and caused a massive explosion which spread the Apocalypse virus across Japan the lost Christmas. Inori was created to hold Mana's soul to create a new race of humans after the Apocalypse virus annihilates the current human population. Guy and Shu work together and Shu stabs Mana's stasis pod, knowingly killing Guy in the process. So 2 weeks later, the GHQ seals off the area surrounding Roppongi in Tokyo, now called Loop 7, leaving a large number of teenagers to take refuge at Tenzio High School, along with the funeral parlor members Shu, Inori, Ayase, and Tsugumi. With the food and Apocalypse vaccine supplies running low, Shu is elected the new student council president and eventually becomes a tyrant after Hare's death, and Shu and the others eventually break out of Loop 7 in the process of resurrected Guy appears and severs Shu's right arm, transferring the Void Genome to him. Guy protects Japan from being destroyed by the United Nations in an attempt to stop the Apocalypse virus. The mastermind behind the events in Japan is an ancient organization known as Doth, whose purpose was to obtain Shu's power and Inori. Inori lets herself get captured by Doth in order to protect Shu. Haruka Ouma, Shu's stepmother, betrays the GHQ and steals the third Void Genome, which Shu later injects himself with. As events progress, Guy intends to cause the Lost Christmas event on the global scale. Funeral Parlor minus Guy surrounds GHQ headquarters at the Tokyo Bay and attack the Apocalypse virus. Begins spreading across the planet from the GHQ tower. Shu defeats Guy, who explains that the only way to stop the fourth apocalypse was to let Mana fulfill her destiny of starting it, after which she would finally be able to rest in peace, which is why he aided Doth. Guy then dies with Mana as the virus envelopes them both. Shu embraces Inori and activates his void, absorbing everyone's voids and taking all the Apocalypse virus onto himself, and as he is about to consume, Inori sacrifices her physical body and effectively destroys the virus permanently while saving Shu with the virus finally intricated. The GHQ tower collapses and everyone escapes. Some years later, Ayase, Tsugumi, Yahiro, Kanan, Sota, and now a blind Shu celebrate Hare's birthday in a rebuilt Tokyo. So the setting is basically before the events of the main story on December 24th, 2029, Christmas Eve. A biological hazard known as the Apocalypse Zero the Apocalypse virus brought on by an impact event plunges Japan in a state of chaos. The event is later named the Lost Christmas Incident, and able to contain the threat. Japan sought international help, and the United Nations dispatches an organization known as the GHQ to their aid. The GHQ successfully contains the outbreak and restores a level of normalcy at the cost of Japan's independence. 10 years later, a resistant organization known as the Funeral Parlor wages a campaign against the GHQ to liberate Japan once more. 2 manga adaptations were published by the ASCII Media Works and Square Enix. A light novel was published by Nitroplus titled Guilty Crown, Princess of Deadpool in April 2012. A spin-off visual novel named Guilty Crown Lost Christmas was also developed by Nitroplus, which came bundled with a 15-minute original video animation, also known as a OVA, named Guilty Crown Lost Christmas. Technically, that's the reason. Oh, and the production. In the making of the series, the staff wanted to make the next generation of the anime with this show. For this, they wanted to be an original anime rather than an adaptation. The staff also wanted to be a 2-season show regardless of possible difficulties. The basic concept of the show is in a Japanese style, a Japanese concept that is what makes it more original than other shows, which are asked similarities between Shu and Neon Genesis Evangelion's lead character Shinji Ikari. The staff answered they are both passive characters, although they found Shinji more passive. When they asked circumstances to lead to his involvement, Reedus responded that the production staff's illustrators and animators felt that his concept art exhibited a sense of compatibility with the final product. While Rio Supercell was providing the insert songs of the show, Reedus himself was not participating in the project as a member of Supercell. Besides liking Inori, the main heroine of Guilty Crown, Reedus restarted that he had done many drawings of Tsugumi. The staff had no qualms with the cat-like ears of Tsugumi, so Reedus feels that he has slipped his personal taste into the series. Red Juice also likes Canon, although she was not originally written into the scenario, as Red Juice has not worked with 3D CG much. He was able to learn a lot from the staff at Production I.G, particularly for Guilty Crown. Oh, and the music. The music used in Guilty Crown is composed by Hiroyuki Sawano. Both the opening and ending themes of Guilty Crown were written by Supercell. The first opening theme was titled My Dearest, as performed by Koeda. The CD single for My Dearest was released on November 23rd, 2011. The first ending theme is titled Departures. Anata ni okuru ai no uta, which is Departures, Send Your Love Song, and is performed by Egoist, a fictional band from the series. The single for Departures, Anata ni okuru ai no uta, was released in November 30th, 2011. A 17-year-old artist named Chelly provided the vocals. Chelly was picked by Rio of Supercell after an audition of 2,000 candidates. Chelly also sang the insert songs in Guilty Crown. The second opening theme is The Everlasting Guilty Crown by Egoist, and the second ending theme is Kohaku, titled as Confession by Supercell. But all the music was composed by Hiroyuki Sawano, I guess. Oh, and the release for Guilty Crown? Guilty Crown was directed by Tetsuro Araki, was the series script supervision being handled by Hiroyuki Yoshino, and assisted by a guy named Ichiro Okuchi. Jin Hanagama from Nitro Plus will also be assisting with the screenplay. The mechanical designs were done by Atsuki Takeuchi, and op designs were handled by Yo Moriyama. The original character designs were drawn by Red Juice, with Hiromi Kato providing the character designs for the anime. Yusuke Takeda was the anime's art director. The anime production was done by Production I.G's Division 6. An internet radio show named Guilty Crown Radio Council to promote Guilty Crown began airing every Friday starting on October 7th, 2011. The show is hosted by Yuki Kaji, the voice actor for Sho Uema, and Ai Kayano, the voice actress for Inori Yuzihara. New York Anime Festival screened the first two episodes of Guilty Crown on October 15, 2011. The screening of the second episode was a world premiere as the episode did not air in Japan until October 20th, 2011. At Anime Weekend Atlanta 2011, Funimation announced that it would be simulcasting the series in October, followed by a DVD and Blu-ray release in 2011. And the series received mixed critical reception. Carl Liminger from Anime News Network commended the series' bravery, intervening its plot, but is described as the plot as jumbled and continued the trend of weak characters and cliches, particularly because, he praised the story but criticized by the development of the certain characters, comparing them to flaws of how Gurren Lagann was made, particularly. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Guilty Crown. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here I'm going to say about Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown is my most enjoyed anime, because I know this is lasted about 22 episodes, I guess. I'm going to give this anime 5 out of 5 stars, because I really enjoyed this anime as an anime watcher, because this is the first time I get to do an anime review on Guilty Crown. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. Share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account, and all social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Feel free to by leaving the comments in the comment section below if you like. Feel free to leave in good comments, as I can say. Please subscribe to my channel, RurouniK95. Feel free to join my channel if you're new to my channel. Click on my notifications bell button. Check out my videos that I'm uploading as well. Give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Keep it otaku for this anime review on Guilty Crown. And that's all I have to say. So stay tuned for my next anime review for next week, because I haven't done any anime reviews in a while. This is the first time I get to review 97 anime reviews for today's anime review on Guilty Crown, I guess. So I got one more thing. Oh, and till next time on my next anime review on the next week is my anime review on Dragon Ball Z Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. Stay tuned for that, which is next week, because you won't want to miss it.